To quote Shakespeare, hell is empty and the demons are all here. Because brawlers, I'm the Hermit and our commander today is Ardyn the Usurper. For 5 generic and triple black, we get a 4/4 legendary Elder Human Noble. He has demons you control have Menace, Lifelink and Haste. He also has Star Scourge. At the beginning of combat on your turn, exile up to 1 target creature card from a graveyard. If you exile the card this way, create a token that's a copy of that card, except it's a 5/5 black demon. The route I decided to take with Ardyn is I decided to make it a control list. So the creatures that we're gonna be reanimating are the creatures from our opponent's graveyards. And that means that the game plan is gonna be very simple. We're gonna be playing a little bit of discard, but mostly removal spells. Bitter Triumph, Field the Cycle, Fail, Foul Play, Go for the Throat, Heartless Act, as well as several board wipes like Damnation, Toxic Deluge, Blasphemous Edict, Deadly Cover-Up, even Blood on the Snow. We're also gonna be playing ramp. We have a bunch of 2 mana ramp, 3 mana ramp. We have File of Galadriel. If we happen to empty our hand, or if we happen to get low on life, we get double the life gain and an additional card. We also have Patchwork Banner. We're gonna be naming Demon. We have Key to the Archive, Room Card Obelisk. Not only does these artifacts ramp, but also they can get us a card. Key to the Archive, we draft 1 and discard 1. When we use the obelisk, it gets 2 charge counters on it, and we can sacrifice it to seek a card eventually. But since that might be the rare case where we run against another control, we're gonna have a couple of creatures. We have Solemn Simulacrum, Murderous Rider, which we cannot really reanimate. Against multicolor decks, we have Thundering Titan, which also pairs well with Winter Moon. We have Bogart Roller, which is also a land. We have Massacre Girl and Sheoldred. Massacre Girl is a wrath and Sheoldred is just a value piece. We are also running Planeswalkers. We have Liliana of the Veil, Gabriel Soulbroker, Liliana Dreadhorde General, and Uginari of the Storms. Because we are playing a decent amount of artifact ramped, Ugin is just gonna be constantly triggering and exiling our opponent's stuff. And it can also plus to gain us life and draw cards. Since we're gonna be making demons, I decided to play Unholy Annex, which draws us a cards and we lose 2 life. But if we control a demon instead, our opponent loses 2 life and we gain 2. That's the game plan. Straightforward control, and eventually our win con is gonna be our commander. That's the deck. Let's head into the queue and have our opponents face their demons. Kuja Genome Sorcerer. We have an early Wrath with Deadly Cover-Up and Jet Medallion. So we should go for it. Ornithopter of Paradise. We play the Medallion and we have 2 removal spells. Well, 3, as well as potentially the Cover-Up. Ugin, Eye of the Storm. I guess we kill Ornithopter and we kill Kuja. That way our opponent is gonna be incentivized to keep building their board, and hopefully Deadly Cover-Up does some work. We're a couple of turns away from Ardyn. And plays Replicating Ring. And another creature. Let's spell the propane on the queen. Or should we? Six. I guess we shouldn't, since next turn we can play Ardyn. Or even Ugin, I guess. We can go Ugin and exile Kuja. And I think opponent might concede to that. Yeah.
My resources are yours. I will not allow the wise heed my advice.
Harmonic Prodigy. Circle of Power, and their Wizard grows. Yeah, but I think opponent knows we got this one.
Strike. Insight is vital to success.
Okay. Yeah, opponent concedes. They seem to be matching against control a lot, and they're kind of salty. That's why they played the Sleeping Neva mode. I think she's Snow White. Yeah, she's not Sleeping Beauty. Anyways, good games. Good games. Against partners, Tidus and Clive. We start with Inquisition of Kozilek. And we take the ramp. Opponent seems like they are struggling on mana, so let's kill the Elvish Mystic. They play Bile Smasher. We feed the cycle. They have all single colored lands, which can only be bad for them. Yeah. Say you they are missing blue for now, but also they need triple green if they wanna play Kogla. Bile Smasher returns. We have the Celestus. Opponent Diabolic Intent, killing their own commander. But I guess they have another who still has no commander tax yet. And I'm guessing they go for Cultivate or something of the sort. Overlord of the Belmork, returning the elf. We're gonna fade out push it. Noxious Gear Hulk. Let's play Virtue of Persistence here. opponent can play ever after, but we would get maybe CDC. We still would have a target for Virtue, and yeah, it doesn't seem like it's worth it for those two creatures. I mean, opponent disagrees. Turn, we get Elvish Mystic, and we can... Yeah, I guess this pretty much seals the deal. But let's play Noxious Gearhawk here. And destroy CDC. Gain 3 life. If opponent plays Kogla and fights the Gearhawk, we're gonna Malakir Rebirth. And then on our turn we're gonna get their Kogla. So yeah, that's enough for conceding. And we didn't have to play the easy way, which was Ugin, but we did had enough for our opponent to concede, so good games. Zada Hydron Grinder. Zada is gonna be playing creatures, or maybe even tokens that are gonna be able to get their spells copied. Yeah, Forbidden Friendship. So I guess we just play our lands and see if we can kill. And I guess we fatal push one of their tokens. And opponent is gonna wait until they have mana to play Zada and then cast a spell so that they can copy it. We should play our swamp since we have Cabal Stronghold. Ruby Medallion. And I guess we should kill the little guy. Now opponent needs to have spells to cast the target Zada as well as even more tokens or more creatures. Okay, we get Zada, but no spells on it. Should we take the tree here? I guess. And we kill Swift and Zada. Back to the command zone. We get Murderous Rider out. And also Bogart Crawler, just so we have creatures for Ardyn eventually, because it seems like opponent might not be playing that many themselves. Sunset Strike Master, that is a creature. Okay, we do a Thoughtseize. To this we get 5 mana. So let's Thoughtseize. Monstrous Rage, Might of the Meek, Fist of Flame. We're gonna take the Feast. And let's go for Murderous Rider. Gain some life. Opponent plays Zada. And we should this 5 3. Okay, we have just enough mana to play Gilded Lotus into Sundering Titan. I mean, we are in a very scary position against Zada. We have no more removal, and they have trample, double strike, pretty much anything they could want. But for now, they just drew a card. Okay. Haste Magic. That's gonna get them a couple cards. And yeah, I think they have this one. Timor Battle Rage and Monster Rage to do it. Yeah, that's like 48 damage. And we can only stop 12, 14. And imagine they could also try to do that with just the 2 tokens they had earlier, so very explosive deck, very good turn from Zada, so good games. Boring clicks. The only thing to be concerned is that they might have artifact removal, so let's try to ramp and see where we get to. Opponent is also gonna ramp. We draw a Feral Push. It's gonna be mostly dead, I think. Utopia's Brawl. So they have Boring Clicks mana next turn. Fierce Empath. What does that get? Primeval Titan. Ooh. Yeah, it seems like opponent is gonna be too fast, too furious for us. And why not? Let's kill the Arboreal Grazer since they decided to send that message. We say message received. And then plays Boring Clicks and searches for 2 basic forests, I presume. Maybe the Gate one? Okay. Yeah, the Gate one and Gingerbread Cabin. Now here I'm thinking we play Key to the Archive. Opponent is gonna play their Primeval Titan. But we have a turn to answer him before it gets another trigger, so... Foul play. I don't think that changes things. Doomblade, Demonic Tutor. Huh. We can tutor for a Wrath. We discard Foul Play. Opponent's gonna play Gingerbread Cabin and then ramp with Primeval Titan. I'm thinking we're gonna get Damnation. We can play a tap land. Nykthos from our opponent. That's gonna make only 1 mana after the Wrath. Damnation. Next turn we're gonna get Ardyn, and then we get Primeval Titan. We could also get Fierce Empath. Opponent plays Boring Clicks, get more forests. This time they might get basics, I think. What else? Non-basic, yeah. There are no other non-basics in their deck. Sorry, non-basic forests. Glimpse the core for more ramp. That's not enough mana. Alright, I needed to draw land instead of Winter Moon, which actually hurts us more than our opponent. So now we would have $11 mana. So still not enough to get whatever Fierce Empath searches. Opponent might try to flip Boring Clicks here. We got to 11. And if he flips, we might be losing depending on their hits. That's 8 mana. 9, their search for something with mana value 7. Next Bloom Ancient. Oof. And they're gonna search again. Okay. I guess it's another Wrath or Bust. Riskar's Expertise. The only good thing about this is they did it after combat, so no surprises, we still get to untap here. Boring Clicks gets Galta and Skutzor with Galta, they only get land nowhere else. And here we have 3 draws, I think. Castle Lock, Dwayne, Mindstone, and Orthros Tip. So let's see if we pull it off. Ooh, they look for another creature. Other Galta. For Incle's Voice of Hunger. That's a bit annoying, but not the worst. Because we only have 4 lands. And it looks like we don't have it, so yeah. Good games, good deck for Inclex. Good games. Sauron the Dark Lord. So they're gonna have removal, they're gonna have maybe some discard, but definitely not. We didn't want that hand against them. Okay, this is much better. We have a counter ball and we have the ramp, so. Although I guess the issue here is what are we gonna be taking from them? I don't expect them to have many. Many creatures that we can kill. Steelheart on black. They steal my call Steelheart. Nazgul. Oh, okay, so they are a Nazgul deck. Really, really nice. And whenever they play a Nazgul, essentially, if they have Sauron, they get to discard their hand and draw 4 if they choose. And whenever they play a Nazgul, all of their Nazgul get buffed. And they get buffed for each Nazgul, so. Okay. To this, we would have. To this instead. So I think we Blood on the Snow here. Or maybe we take some more. 565. We're at 21 and they will only have 5 mana, so let's ramp here. I'm gonna name Demon. Okay. And the ring is on their second, so they're gonna keep drawing and discarding. Ooh. If they have a counter spell, they might stop our wrath. Didn't think about that. But it's definitely in the cards. Opponent loots with the ring and they discard. Remove a spell, Infernal Grasp. Get a Fabled Passage. So maybe we can Virtue of Persistence, see if they have a counter. If not, we're gonna bring their Nazgul next turn. Okay, and I guess we kill the big Nazgul here. So what is it? Sauron's Ransom, maybe? Opponent plays a tap land. And more Nazgul. Right on cue. They are at 3 with the ring. Another one, and all their combat damage deals even more. I think we're gonna look at their hand with the lack of predation and see what they got. Scarab God. Okay, that's a really good one. So I'm guessing we Blood on the Snow, destroy all creatures. They are 1 mana short of Cyclonic for Overlord, which I guess they could do. And if they choose to play Sauron, we can play our commander and get them with a Nazgul. Seems like opponent is keeping mana up, so we are gonna take Scarab God. And we can activate a few times. Opponent seems like they want to be patient on their Cyclonic. Okay. Yeah, that was needed to do full control to activate 3 times instead of twice. Because the Lotus makes triple blue and we just need it. See, we are left with 5 black mana here. Bottom, and we're gonna play the land here. So I think we should play our commander like that. Mana drain, okay. Can't be countered. But I guess that's a Cyclonic Rift thing. Okay, if they play Beater's Triumph on Ardyn, we're gonna let that resolve and We're gonna reanimate it with the Scarab God. And I guess none of them are wraiths anymore, so that's why they don't get the buffs, except for this one right here. Except it's, yeah. And we're at 4 ring Temso, so opponent has to use Cyclonic here, otherwise they are gonna lose. Okay, they lose. Good games. Yeah, that really worked out for us, and them choosing not to play their Cyclonic really came back to bite them. And obviously, Cavern of Souls coming in clutch. So yeah, good games, opponent. That was a fun Nazgul deck. Yeah, the Font of Hope. And we have pretty much an ideal hand against them. So yeah, let's give it a whirl. Opponent seems to be AFK. They might have left the queue and went away. They're back. Okay. Cavern of Souls, an angel. Yeah, I really like this art. Not as much as I like the Lord of the Rings ones, but it's really close. Let's get our Palantir. And sure, let's mill the swamp and get Liliana. Opponent is not gonna take damage, but we're not too pressed about beating them with Palantir. Angel. And I guess go for the throat on Zada.
And you think you can win?
Liliana on the other angel. Thraven Watcher. Non-token creatures have vigilance. Okay. Yeah, let's see if our opponent chooses to take 9 here. Honestly, they might. Land tax. Makes sense. We have one more land than them. And they destroy the Palantir. I'm thinking we just pass. So yeah, killing the Palantir is gonna be key for them. Let's see if we manage to get some more card advantage. Or something. Borrow time on Liliana. Yeah, we were not using her. We want to keep our cards here, so. Huh. Opponent is gonna keep getting land tax cards. They are at 5 mana, we're at 6. But the board is clear, so I guess we're just gonna pass. Angel of Grace. There's Zada. Unsheltered by ghosts to take our guardian idol. So here we're gonna Toxic Deluge, X equals 4. Since opponent has 6 lands already, they're not gonna get any more land tax cards, which means we play our land and Unholy Annex. Zada. And I guess we play our commander. Seems like opponent has an exile card, Swords to Plowshares. Opponent exiles our room. And they play Terra Angel. We're gonna keep killing Zada. And we should Winter Moon just to clear our hand. By Galadriel, also a good reminder, it heals us even further if we're at 5 life. We would 5 or less, we gain twice that much life. So lifelink, if it's a 5/5, we would gain 10 life. The Splendid Angel. And another piece of artifact removal. Angel Finality. They exiled their own graveyard. Maybe I should have waited. Oh, then again, maybe not. We're gonna play Virtue and Heartless Act, your Angel. But which one? Yeah, Angel of Finality. Seems like the one. I was thinking Zada, not Terra Angel, because Heartless Eye cannot target Terra Angel. Opponent is gonna Scavenger Grounds to get rid of the Angel. Got down. Holy cow. actually. Literally. And we're gonna kill it. Opponent's gonna get their lands from the tax, but we are still drawing double with File of Galadriel. Sephara, Skyblade. Ooh. That was actually bad for us. Although it seems like not that much since we drew Bitter Triumph. Let's discard the card, kill Sephara, we get Sephara. Quick game 10. We're back at 15, our opponent is at 13 with only a couple of lands, Zada. And yeah, discount for the Angels. Yep, we have it. Our opponent, if they choose to block our Sephara, then we're gonna kill their Terra Angel and then get it back and so on, and we still keep drawing extra cards from File of Galadriel, so I guess that's why we play it. Good games. Terra Magical Adept. We are gonna Mind Spike, then Mind Stone, and then it's Mind Stone on draw. Let's see their enchantments. Irenicus Vile Duplication and Elspeth Conquers Death. So these are gonna be lands and creatures, maybe one turn ramp. Abaxin's Pilgrim. An opponent doesn't have Terra mana here. They play Destiny Spinner. And I think they are likely to kill our Palantir. But maybe we're okay with that. We drew Patchwork Banner. Heartless Act. They're gonna take the damage, so 4 damage, opponent. And if the Elspeth Conquers Death here, that means we get to keep our banner and destroy. I'm thinking the Pilgrim. We can actually kill both. Demon. We have to type it because there are not actual demons in our 99. We are mana for our commander, so let's draw here. And we're gonna reanimate their Destiny Spinner, which means they cannot get it themselves. Ooh, they have white mana, so. Swords on Ardyn. And they got Farseek, which means their case is gonna be unlocked. And they're gonna have red mana finally. I guess this is a combo. I mean, mostly value cards, and then they're gonna try to combo Terra by making copies of something. Maybe even transform her and copy her with Irenicus Vile duplication. I would assume that's how they do it. Gabriel, Soul Broker. Let's see what you have for us.
Oh, pedestrian. You want me to trust me.
Draw a card. Whenever you draw, gain 2 life. And lose 1 life for each creature you control. Opponent plays Buried in the Garden. What do they take? Gabriel. Yeah, that should be fine. He's already gaining us a bunch of life.
Solitude anyway.
Seal from Existence. The banner. So that's gonna slow us down a bit. We're gonna play Solemn and Treasure Map. Opponent plays Leyline Binding on Treasure Map. They can cast creature, lands, and enchantments. Tameshi Reality Architect. They can bounce an enchantment and pay in X to return another enchantment. Let's play Nowhere to Run. Opponent gets Terra, and they get nothing. Utopia's Brawl on Dread. And let's block with our Simulacrum. They can copy something with Terra here. So let's clear the board first. Opponent is gonna reanimate their Destiny Spinner. No, they get a land back. Summon Titan. And Cruelty of Geeks. What modes do you play Cruelty? Okay. Here we should take our opponent's damage. No, we should take our Solemn. And it's gonna tutor for a card. Lose 3 life. And what card do they get? Lumbra, Below of the Woods. Not a bad one. De Mil Multrosa. Kami War. P3 life, kill Lumbra. Winter Moon, okay, opponent. Sorry, not sorry. Yeah. Okay. They block. I guess we kill whatever they bring back. Ooh. Okay, so... okay. Yeah, they ordered the triggers wrong. We get to Heartless Sack before they return our creature. They need to play it the other way around. That way we have to discard the Heartless Sack and they will only have the Spirit in play. Opponent plays Touch the Spirit Realm. What do we get? Oh, it doesn't work like that. Yeah, I guess we could also get a Meshi or Summon Titan. Those are probably the best ones. Opponent is gonna kill Ardyn. Ooh. And if they kill our Lumbra because of the mid hook, they will die. So I guess this Damnation is gonna win us the game. Unless our opponent gains life here. Vanishing Light, no, Terra maybe. So probably Virtue Persistence was better, but alright, it didn't kill Lumbra. So yeah, Chain to the Rocks was a nice one. But I guess we get to win here if we play Ardyn. Unless they have a removal in hand. We play Ardyn and we reanimate something. Oh. Okay. Yeah, but still, they cannot fetch. They need to have an extra turn here. Or a way to kill us from 48. I guess copying something with Terra might do the trick. Make hook X0, land, their insignificance, mischievous lookout. Vanishing light on the mid hook, which means it's a creature now. We'll get back. Opponent can get a card back. Let's keep them unable to scream. Damnation here. To the command zone. Let's see what they have. I guess this can make a Mudrosa with their land. Okay. But this is during your turns only. But I guess if they take the mid hook, they're gonna survive for a little longer. Okay, see this? That's gonna give them some life. Let's look out. Draw a card, gain a life. They can play a couple of other enchantments here. Vanishing light, it's gonna take mid hook. Walk-in closet. They only have one land in the yard. I guess they need to have a instant speed removal, otherwise they get their overlord and deal lethal to them. Okay. That was really, really close. Good games, opponent. You almost had us. You just needed a little bit more something. A little bit more removal, I guess. Good games, good games.